Okay, I'm going to do a low carb chicken sandwich today. And you guys probably don't need it because you're all skinny. But if you decide that you want to go the low carb route, or if you have actually it's also gluten free. So if you have a friend or yourself that wants a gluten free chicken sandwich, this is how we're going to do it. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the bread. Okay, and how I'm going to make the bread is I'm going to take the quote-unquote bread, I guess, but I'm going to take a cup of cottage cheese. I'm using the low-fat cottage cheese, 2 eggs, 4 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, and then, I don't know, I'm just going to add some of this cheddar jack cheese, just however much I feel like, probably, I don't know, 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of that. And we're going to blend it all together, and then we're going to put it on this cookie sheet, and I'll show you that. But I've sprayed a little bit of avocado oil on the sheet to make sure the parchment paper sticks. I'll spray a little bit on that, and then we'll pour that out onto here, and then we're going to bake it in the oven at 350. Hopefully you can see that. Anyway, for about 30 minutes or so. And so that's going to make our bread. We'll cut it up and everything, and so that will be our bread, and then we'll get to the chicken part later. But I just wanted to show you what we're going to be doing there. I will blend it up and I will show you pouring it out. Okay, you can see everything is in here, and now I'm going to blend it up. I'm not going to record that part because I only don't have my tripod, but I'm going to blend it up, and then I will pour it over the parchment paper. Okay, you can see it is all blended up. That only took about 20 seconds. I'm going to just spray the top of the parchment paper here, a little avocado oil, and then I'm going to I'm going to take the thing out of the center, and then I will pour this onto the parchment paper. And we'll try to video and pour at the same time. Pour it all out, and I'm going to have to scrape some of this out and then spread it, but you can see how it has formed a dough. Some still in there. I'm going to get it out, and then I will spread it around with a spatula. I won't talk through that, but you will be able to see that I'm going to spread it out and then put it in the oven. Okay, I used this spatula to get as much out of there as I could and scraped it onto here, and now I'm just going to spread it out on the parchment paper and then put it into the oven. So just want to spread it out so you get more coverage, and then make it even, obviously, a little bit difficult for me to do one-handed, but I'll show you the final result before I put it into the oven. Okay, as you can see, I've tried to square it off as much as I can. Now I'm going to put it into the oven, set at 350 for about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, and then that will make the bread that I'll cut up into probably 6 different pieces of bread for the sandwich. So that's the first part. Let's check on the bread. It's smelling good. Hopefully you can see it. It's looking pretty good, just kind of flat breadish, if you will. Okay, so we're gonna let that keep on cooking. Okay, so I got some chicken cutlets that I'm going to use, and I've cut them into 3 good, basically, chicken patties. And then the rest of this I'm going to cut up into small bits and probably just make some chicken nuggets or something out of it. But what I'm going to do, and I'll show you the end result, but I'm going to dip it in this egg wash. And then this is crushed up pork rinds for the breading. So there's no flour, there's no gluten, there's no carbs in it. I'll let it rest here for a little bit and then put it in the air fryer. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so we're just going to let these rest here for a second, and then we will put these in the air fryer on 400 for about 10 to 12 minutes. And now we have gotten out the bread and lifted up the parchment paper on a cutting board. Okay, there's the back of it. And what I will do is, cut it in, making 6 sandwiches, so we'll cut it in about 6 little squares for the bread. Okay, they are done now, and I used my thermometer to check the internal temperature and make sure that it was cooked enough, and it is. And so I'll just make one sandwich, and I'll take this one. Okay, put it on my slice of faux bread. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little sriracha mayonnaise on it to add a little spice, and there's my sandwich. And this sandwich, this chicken sandwich, has no gluten and only about 4 total carbs in it. So anyway, there you go. Okay, this is going to be a little bonus video for you. First of all, see, these are good for meal prep because I made 2 of them. I'm going to just wrap these up and heat them tomorrow. I'm halfway through my first sandwich and it's fantastic. But what I decided to do with the rest of the leftover chicken is I put it in the food processor, added a couple eggs, and added some more cheddar jack cheese. Processed it up, forming with my hand little mini chicken nuggets, mini chicken patties. Gonna put that in the oven and have my own no carb chicken patties, chicken nuggets. So just a little extra bonus for your video. Okay. These don't exactly look like chicken nuggets. They look more like egg bites, but they are chicken nuggets. And I'm just going to take one before I get the rest of them out. They're not crispy, okay, but they should do the job. I'm gonna try this out. Just a little dollop of honey mustard and see how it tastes. Yeah. That will work for a substitute. And I'm not going to say it's as good as a regular fatty breaded chicken nugget, but it definitely works for a substitute. So there you go. And how long did I have them in the oven? Probably about 30 minutes or so. Didn't exactly time it. Just waited till I thought they looked right.